There have been countless programs that have tried to get women into STEM. There's actually a study that came out that said women on average are making more than men when they are in STEM. And the gender gap is huge because in general, not everyone, but in general, women tend to like social studies, English communication, big picture, right brain ideas rather than science and math and things to do with data and numbers. We're more relational creatures than men are. But again, the left likes to look at any gap whatsoever, any difference whatsoever, and view that as discrimination. Of course, they wouldn't say though there's discrimination in like logging or refrigerator repair where men are dominating all of the jobs. They don't say that that's discrimination because that doesn't count to them. They only say it's discrimination when they look at somewhere like, doctors or STEM or something like that.
Right, and you can look at two different things here. First of all, a lot of the choices that women make, it can start as early as, what college major you choose or what career field you go into. But if you look at when the difference in salary, when it diverges between men and women, it is typically when women start families, when they have children. And statistics play this out. This is not just my opinion on it. If you look at America's largest 150 cities, 98% of America's largest 150 cities, single women under the age of 30 actually earn 8% more than their male counterparts do. So I don't know how you reconcile a statistic like that with the narrative coming from the left that women get paid less automatically because they're women.
Yeah, you've just got this like darn thing called biology and this innate desire that women have, no matter how much of a feminist they are, to stay at home with their kids. And again, you would hear people from the left saying, well, that's just the patriarchy. Women are feeling pressured. That's not true. Women have it in them to want to stay home with their kids. Not always, not always. Some women work throughout motherhood, and that is perfectly fine as well. But there is this innate pull, this innate drive, this innate desire for women to be caretakers for their children. And there is an innate desire in most men to say, okay, I've got to go out and work overtime because I've got more mouths to feed. Just different priorities. It's how God made us.
Right. And I don't think feminists want to acknowledge that truth. That's why I find this to be manipulative. That's why I do get fired up on equal pay day, because there are a lot of women in our country who I think don't do what you do for a living, don't do what I do for a living, and get our nose buried in these books and look at these statistics and studies, and they're told because they're women that they're treated less. They're told by the left that they're inferior, that they're being oppressed, and that they're not being appreciated to their full worth, and that's simply not the case. It's manipulative, and basically the left is trying to exploit these women in order to frighten the women into voting for them to give them more power in politics. And I find that to be beyond insulting.
It's based on a lie. I mean, the theme this year I've seen a lot is same work, same pay. You already get the same pay for the same work. That's just a lie. It's just as much of a lie as them saying, your body, your choice. This is about bodily autonomy. This is not just a difference in opinion. It is a lie. And they think that you women out there that are buying into their narrative are so stupid and so unlikely to read a book that you're going to believe them. That's how little they think of you. Sorry that I think women should know a little bit about what's been propagated and what's actually statistically true. I guess we just have a higher view of women than most feminists do.